Hi everyone, Dankman here. So this is yesterday's activity, the big race, how many solutions. It starts with this fun video. I really enjoyed this video. Hopefully you will too. Anyway, screen 2, after you read the instructions and get started, begins with race number 1. In race number 1, we have two racers, Alice and Bart. They're in a 10-meter hopping race. Alice hops 1 meter per 2 seconds and gets a 6-meter head start. Bart hops 3 meters every 2 seconds, and that's no head start, starts from the starting line. So please graph both racers' lines, their distance versus timelines, in red and blue in the graph below. You can see this graph below has time measured on the x-axis in seconds. We go 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds, 4, so the scaling is every 2 seconds. You can see that distance is measured on the y-axis in meters, also scaling by 2s, so you have to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Now to graph Bart, let's start with Alice. To graph Alice, we have two pieces of information. We have her head start, her starting value, and her rate or speed, 1 meter every 2 seconds, or 1/2 of a meter per second. So to graph Alice, or graph anything in Desmos, you go over here where you can click in boxes, so you have to click around and try stuff, and you can type in Alice's equation, which we've done before. And since Alice has a speed of 1 meter every 2 seconds, her line should have a slope of 1 meter every 2 seconds. And if you look over at the graph, if you go forward 2 seconds in the x direction on Alice's blue line, you go up 1 meter in the y direction. Alice also has a starting value or head start of 6 meters, so the y-intercept of her line is 6. So Alice's y equals 1/2 x plus 6. Bart, his y equals 3 over 2 times x. There is no head start, so his y-intercept is 0, so we don't have to add anything here. And if you go forward 2 seconds in time on Bart, you go up 3 meters on the y-axis to the next point with whole numbers on Bart's line. That's how you'll graph these. And so now you should be able to move forward, graphing and answering the questions that follow. At the very, very end, there is a summary. These notes are to be copied down. I'm going to talk about